get into the itch.
Okay.
Of the week.
Okay. Come on, Silk. Come on.
So whenever we got back from the rally that night, I was looking at Laura Ingraham. I just turned on the TV, and Laura Ingraham was on, and she had Candace Owens along with Leo Terrell on, and Jack Brewer was also on as well to talk about his comment about President Trump being the first black president. And let me expound on that for a moment.
Okay.
When he's talking about President Trump being the first black president, he's talking about President Trump being the first president to actually help solve black issues.
That's right.
Okay? Putting in resolutions and different things so that black people can come up in this country.
Absolutely. That's right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? And so, you have the left that had they literally took it out of context.
Well, let me just say something. These itches didn't have a problem when they started calling Bill Clinton the first black president.
That's right.
Somebody that had somebody up under the desk doing you know what to you know who. You see what I'm talking about?
That's right.
But all of a sudden, because you have a former NFL player, Jack Brewer, say, hey, you know what? You are the first black president. The left want to get upset. Ain't no sense of getting upset. Listen, Bill Clinton didn't solve black issues. What he did, instead of solving it, he had you locked up for your issues.
Thanks to that 1994 crime bill.
But President Trump is solving black issues. Go ahead, Sil.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So after that, Leo, of course, he had to call Diamond and Silk's name. I guess he feel important when he do. But he wanted to know, where is our qualifications? Where is our experience, and who qualified us to sit in the cabinet room with the president?
See, that's what's wrong with black people like Leo.
Yes.
See, what done happened with Leo, he done went out there, he done got him a little education. And because of his education, they done gave him a piece of parchment paper to let him know that he's smart, because he was able to complete so many hours of college credit. So that gave him validation. So he feel like he should have been sitting there. Well, Leo, you probably would have been sitting there had you not been vilifying and disparaging the president that's trying to do great things for black America.
So he have the book sense, we have the common sense.
That's right.
And to Leo Terrell, you all go back and let him know that Diamond and Silk let him know who qualified us. We are qualified. We were qualified by God.
That's right.
That's who qualified us. See, Leo, you got your law degrees. Okay, you got all of your different stuff. You're a civil rights activist and all of this different stuff. And you're sitting over there on the sideline, marching in the street.
That's right.
Wishing. You've been doing this here for years and centuries.
We on the front lines,
we on
baby.
The front lines.
Because I ain't got time to go burn down a community.
That's right.
I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to go out and be marching for something.
Right.
When you can have a seat at the table and now you can speak about the issue. That's what you want to do. That makes common sense. But your book sense, your PhD, your bachelor's and your master's tell you to go out there and march.
So then he wanted to know, why weren't Diamond and Silk and other black people in Selma, Alabama, commemorating Bloody Sunday? Okay, because that's what black people want to see. So to Leo, let you know why Diamond and Silk weren't there. Because we were in Washington, D.C. with the president of the United States having a seat at the table. That's what we were. Okay, and don't get me wrong. Yes, it's okay to acknowledge your history.
That's right.
But we don't need to stay stuck in our history.
That's right.
Okay.
I don't want to keep marching across the Alabama. I don't want the bridge. I don't want to keep reliving that. Why do we have to relive our history?
Right.
Why don't we just learn what happened so we won't be doomed to repeat it?
That's right. That's right.
But you have black people, some black people, you want to keep them stuck in the pain of what happened in Selma, Alabama. What happened in the 60s when we couldn't drink out of the same water fountain and sit at the same lunch counter. What happened when the Democrats, the party you support, brought in KKK and Jim Crow. What happened to our ancestors when they were enslaved? You want us to keep living in that pain. And we done already surpassed that pain, done healed that wound, and we on to something new. Now you like the gatekeeper trying to keep us back on the plantation. And that's why you the itch.
Yeah,
this week.
It's people like you, Leo, that you keep people stuck in that pain by having them relive that pain.
That's right.
When I saw Mini Mike out there marching, I'm like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Mini Mike was just trying to get a vote.
Everybody.
He couldn't pay enough people to vote for him.
And they continue to do this over and over and over and over. Even down to Spike Lee, all of these other black people, even down to people that felt like we should not have been there. Wait a minute. President Trump is the president of the United States of America. We are Americans. Okay? What do you mean there's an issue? You have an issue with us being there at the White House.
I like what Donna said. What qualifies your critics? That's right. All of you all being critical, what qualifies you?
That's right. You had Obama. He had Jay-Z and Beyonce. What qualified them? Donald Trump had Diamond and Silk. We are qualified by God. God is the one that's leading and guiding this whole thing, sweetheart.
That's right.
Because we didn't have no plans for none of
it.
Okay? But who are you? Leo, Spike Lee,
Keith Boykin, that other
something,
whatever his name is.
All of you all black men. Black men.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you all to come and tell us what we can and cannot do? Yeah. You don't own us.
That's right. Black men on the left. See, instead of trying to bow up at Diamond and Silk, you should have been standing up to the slave masters.
That's right.
Why don't you talk about them and how they the one beat you down? Because your sisters didn't do that to you. That's right. So the pain that you feeling from our ancestors, you need to go and you need to work that out with them. Don't try to push that off on us because you feel this small.
That's right.
You feel this small because you made yourself small.
That's right.
You the one converted to the liberal ideology and damn near destroyed your own self.
That's right.
Not your sisters. Your sisters is trying to bring common sense to all of this. So it'll make sense to you.
That's right.
So you can see why you on the path of destruction instead of the path of recovery. Don't blame us for your BS.
That's right.
Don't you do it.
Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream. But why are you all still stuck in the dream?
That's right.
We have awoken from the dream, honey, and we are living the dream out.
And y'all trying to live in a nightmare.
That's right.
And we don't want to do that no more.
That's right.
If somebody gonna invite you to the table to solve issues, why not go solve the issues? Instead of black men on television and on their Instagram vilifying and demonizing black women for sitting at the table.
That's right.
It's so sad and it's so sick.
It's so sad. And see, a lot of you dumb, ignorant black folks from the left.
Some of you.
A lot of them. Have sat there and said, Donald Trump would never invite you to the White House. You've said it over and over and over. Now that you see it happening, and we done been to the White House several times, but you see it happening over and over and over, it's like, you're like, okay, you just outdid your own self. You outdid your own self. You want this president to be what y'all try to make him out to be. So
y'all depicted that. Yeah. You all have ran on this narrative.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make it so. And it's not so.
It's not so.
It's not so. I'm sorry. If Obama cared about black issues, he would have been solving black problems. Let me tell you something. When all of these black people got out and voted for Obama, they campaigned for him. They knocked on doors for him. And then let me tell you what Obama did. When Obama got in the White House, he shut the door on them. He wouldn't even invite them to the White House. You had to be elite of some type of class in order to go. So I'm offended by people like Leo that think that what qualifies us. Honey, what qualifies y'all?
Because we're black leaders, honey. Okay?
What are you?
Just
who are you leading?
Yeah.
Oh, leading people astray?
To the slaughter. Same old way, same old stitch, the same old narrative, the same old.
DG said the dreamer has awakened, and that's right.
That's right.
We have awoken. It's time for us to make moves.
That's right.
Not sit back and continue to complain and still talk about what happened in the 60s and the days of slavery.
And relive that.
I don't want to relive that no more. I'm tired of that. Yes. I want us to move forward. I want us to have a level playing field here.
And you can't move forward being stuck in the past.
That's right.
You can't do that.
Somebody said, who's Leo? He was on with Laura Ingraham the other night with Candace on. Of course, you know, Candace shut him down.
Yes, she sure
did.
But
the deal is, I find it offensive when I see black men.
Black men.
Black men.
It's been black men. Now, I saw Light Bright because she wanted to know who were we. Light Bright know who we are.
But Angela Rye, her problem is, listen, don't nobody too much know her, but only where she prance around at, okay?
That's right.
And she's mad because Obama never invited her to the White House.
That's right.
So I ignore whenever she had whatever she had to say.
That's right.
I ignore it because she the one called us names back in 2016.
Right.
When nobody thought President Trump was going to run.
Exactly.
She was mad that President Trump had us on his stage. And guess what? President Donald J. Trump ran and he won. And now she had to go eat crow.
That's right.
And the same thing gonna happen again.
And whose stage is she on?
Nobody
paying her
but
no
the
mind.
Very fake news.
That's right.
So with her, I ignore.
Yeah.
But the men that you try to uplift are the same men that want to tear you down.
That's right. And the sad thing is that the liberal whites are using our liberal blacks to tear down other blacks.
Because that Boykins guy, Keith Boykins, can sit his black so-and-so on the very fake news, CNN in front of Don Lemon and use a racial slur and nobody says nothing about it because white liberals tolerate that BS from these black liberals calling black conservative names.
And
they tolerate it. But wait a minute. But if it was if it was a Republican doing it, all chains and fences would be broke loose in this country.
And just like the slave masters, they taught black people how to tear down other black people. And you see exactly what's happening right there.
Thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen said he's telling you girls to go back in the kitchen where you belong. This ain't no barefoot and pregnant days.
No.
We belong right where we at.
That's right.
Now, because you done been out here a long time and ain't nobody been listening to your voice, then maybe you need to stop being ordinary and be extra extraordinary so that you can be heard.
That's right.
How about you do that?
And then we had to shut Keith Boykins down.
Yes.
Because he made an idiotic statement.
He's such a moron.
I'm going to see if I can find
See if you can find it, girl.
See if you can find it. He made because I couldn't believe that him that's supposed to be an intelligent black man.
Isn't he college educated? Isn't he college educated?
Supposed to be.
Go into verify. You may find it quicker. Okay.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Supposed to be intelligent. Gonna make this idiotic, dumb statement. And
I think sometimes being on that fake news, they just try to make him look smart when he just real dumb.
Is that what's happening? I'm almost there.
That's exactly what's happening. But we had to come shut him down once again, using common sense. A lot of this stuff is common sense.
That's all it takes.
It don't take a rocket science to know some certain things.
And to figure this out. So what's his name again?
Keith Boykins.
So Keith Boykins. Okay. So we basically sent a tweet to Clay Kane is his name, and Keith Boykins, and we told him back in the day, Democrat slave masters used to seek bloodhounds out to track their slaves. Today, they use their black token puppets to send out dog whistles. Same script, different mask. And we told them that you're messing with the wrong two black women.
That's right.
Okay? So then Keith is going to come back and say...
Keith Boykins
going to come back and say, so why did Donald Trump hang a portrait of racist, slave-owning Democrat Andrew Jackson in the Oval Office?
Oh, y'all know. So I was sitting on the couch, minding my business, looking at Twitter, and I saw this.
Yeah.
And I called Silk. I said, Silk, I got to tweet this out. She said, girl, that's a good one. Go right on ahead and do it. I said, and so here was my response back to Keith Boykins. The same reason you walk around with slave owning George Washington face in your pocket on your dollar bills is called history.
That's right.
To shut him down.
That's right.
And it don't take a PhD, a master's, a bachelor's, or an associate degree to understand that it's history.
That's right.
Dolo bird.
That's right. Let me tell y'all something. It shut Keith Boykin down so he was quieter than a mouse peeing on cotton.
Yes, he was.
We didn't hear nothing else from Keith.
That's right.
We told him not to mess with us. Mm-hmm. You're messing with the wrong two woke black women.
That's right.
Okay? And now to the rest of you liberal black men, mm-hmm. Don't mess with us.
Don't come for us.
Leave us alone.
I'm trying to help you.
Or we going to shut you down.
I'm trying to help you change your ideology so it'll save your life.
That's right.
You don't want to walk around with your shoulders bent over. You don't want to walk around appear like you're weak and you can't get out of this here fog that you're in. But then you come for your sisters that's trying to help you out.
Right.
You should be happy that we have a seat at the table.
That's right.
But you all upset about it. Because it wasn't Barack table. Well, then you go get upset with Barack Hussein Obama.
That's right.
But don't get upset with this president or with us.